Don't mind the voice, I am getting over a cold, but I just got back from seeing the new Godzilla movie, and no, not the good one, but Godzilla x Kong the New Empire, more like Kong featuring Godzilla and the Planet of the Apes, am I right? This is the 4th entry into the monster universe and is also directed by Adam Wingard, who directed one good movie, one okay movie, and one of the worst films I've ever seen. He's back after Godzilla vs. Kong, which is about as exciting as the new Kong game is. Godzilla x Kong the New Empire follows along Kong in search for other Kongs. He's just a real lonely guy. He only wants to monkey around with some other Kongs and do monkey things, but unfortunately the big guy can't find any overly large monkeys in Hollow Earth. In the meantime, we get snippets of old Godzilla hopping around Earth like a big playground, and then we come to the most pointless aspect of the film, the humans. Besides maybe like -1, most of the humans in these movies are rather pointless, but here, I'm trying to figure out like why they're even here other than to just give Kong his video game upgrades. The characters are as flat as possible besides Brian Tyree Henry. Every performance is either cartoonish or wooden. Nobody feels like real characters, and we are just lollygagging with them for so long. It has no meaning, it has no purpose, these characters suck, and it's evident from the beginning that they are never in any danger. But where the film finally finds its footing is in the large action set pieces of CGI mush that is just brainworm food. Let's compare budgets. Godzilla -1 comes in with an estimated 10 to 15 million, while Godzilla x Kong clocks in about 135 million. There's no reason for the CGI to look this bad. Everything here feels fake. This is a fake world with fake monsters that feel like computers smashing up against each other, almost taking entirely in place in Hollow Earth, which makes the monsters feel even smaller. Godzilla -1 has better CGI for a fraction of the price. Sure, the monster designs in Kong x Godzilla look cool, but it's a CGI slugfest with no weight that just feels like greasy entertainment that can lead to some fun dead brain moments. If you want a kaiju movie that serves up the monsters, this does it. It's fun to watch the spectacle, but that's all it is. It doesn't bear the charm of the old school Godzilla goof fests, it doesn't bear the heft or the scale of something like Pacific Rim, and it doesn't have the heart of -1. Instead, it's a bloated pixel fest that, while at times can be fun or funny, it's an empty experience as a whole. The music isn't iconic, but as generic as it gets. The choice to make Kong way more human-like was funny, especially the Kong x Godzilla bro moment that had me busting with laughter. But the film tries to build these heartfelt moments with Kong and little Konglet that doesn't really come across as anything but just kind of goofy. The main villain of the film that they squirt out with exposition at the tail end of the movie feels rushed and basically Joker.
You wanna know how I got these scars?
Stealing that from a friend. While his design is cool, he never feels threatening because he basically just hides behind a stronger creature. Not to spoil anything, but his first interaction with Kong should have cemented him as a threat, but instead shows how weak of a creature he really is, which completely undermines him as a villain, and that comes back to tenfold during the climax, which really sucked all the tension out of the rest of the film from that first encounter. Like, anytime he was on screen, he was not that threatening. They also have this really weird lens effect that they have in Hollow Earth that's a really cool idea, honestly, but it's very inconsistent and moves around the frame to make sure the actors are in focus, which again completely undermines the whole point of even using that effect because it comes off as artificial. If you want to do this effect, then just put your actors in the middle of the frame instead of just moving the warping around the frame. Also, the cinematography just kind of sucks. All the fun and cool camera movements is all done during CGI scenes. The actual live scenes are just pretty bland. Pretty much just like a wide mid close-up or close-up. You basically had 3 of the same shots anytime there was real actors on the screen. Pretty much anytime a real actor is on screen, nothing cool is going to happen, period. This is just a junk food film that does nothing but pass 2 hours of time kind of slowly with some decent creature moments that kind of fall short of others in the genre. Give this series back to Gareth Edwards, please. Also, Dan Stevens' character might be one of the worst characters I've seen in a while. 5 out of 10. P.S. Thank God Rebecca Hall's character is a terrible mother, otherwise plot trope daughter would have ruined the entire plot because it wouldn't have happened. It's all dependent on her.